Hello, Sula here from MistyHilltops.com. Thanks for stopping by. In this video, I'm working on a 6x6 double-page spread titled Wineland, and I'll be scrapping a number of photos, and I'm working with a digital scrapbook kit, Naturally, by River Rose Designs from Sweetshoppe Designs. And so this could easily be transferred to a 12x12 page, but I'm working on a 6x6 very tiny page or double page spread. And here I'm starting with some flowers. They are from Stampin' Up. I think they are brushed blooms or something. So I'm putting together a couple of roses here, because if you look at the right side, you see one of the pattern papers has very similar looking rosebuds. So I tried to kind of emanate that look, and because I'm working with a small scale scrapbook layout, these flowers are just the right size to work with such a layout, because they're made for cards, but I can easily use them on this scrapbook page. And so here I have prepared 3 layers. Not all of them are perfectly matched with the colors, but it's the cardstock I have, and I'm okay with it. And so I don't really have 3 of the same hue of the kind of the dark pink, whatever color that is, and so in different shades. And so I just have to go with what I have in my stash. I may have tried to use watercolor instead or something, but I think it works anyway. So then here the leaves also have 2 layers. I didn't make a second layer for all my leaves, but for 2 of those leaves, I have every flower will get a little foliage to go along with it. And so this is just the preparation work. These will be my embellishments, along with a couple of other embellishments that come with the kit. This is just a digital scrapbook kit from my old days of digital scrapbooking. And so here I have these 2 papers, and then the paper strips that will go behind. Basically, I'm trying to get a matting effect. And so I discovered that if I start gluing those paper strips to the back of the paper strip that is supposed to look matted, then it's much easier. But here I also discovered the glue had kind of dried. It dries fast, so before I could really put it down, so I took it off again. And then here I go with the second side. So I find that is the easiest way, and it really gives the matted impression, but it does not use a lot of print ink, because this is a digital, these are digital products, so I had to print them and then trim them. And so I do 2 things. I save myself print ink, and it's much easier to find a space on my printed paper that has room or space for strips than for large pieces. I can only fit a few large pieces on a paper, whereas I can fit a lot of strips on a piece of paper. And here I put them side by side to make sure that the spacing is aligned with each other, because obviously they will go on a double page spread that will be kind of like side by side. And so I wanted to ensure that that is the case as with the paper strips that I glue behind, that they are actually exactly they use the same spacing on both sides. And my paper, I actually made sure that this paper has a seamless pattern here. I thought so. And then I'm ready to start with the rest of the page. And so here I have more of the patterned paper, a different kind, obviously, a contrasting color. I like to work with dark colors, light colors, and then colorful versus not so colorful papers to create contrast. So that's what I try. And I think a good scrapbooking kit, whether digital or physical, has both in good amounts, so that there's a decent amount of contrast that can go on my projects. And I have to say, not all products do consider that very well. There's some products, they have like all these colorful patterns, but a colorful pattern with a colorful pattern is just really stressful in my view on the eye, and just gets too crazy. So I like to mix and match, and so I stay away from products that have just a one-sided kind of and too little contrast in their papers. But anyway, here, this is a beautiful kit that just works really nicely, and so there's enough contrast and enough going on that I can have these beautiful papers come into full focus, yet still do not detract from the overall look of the page. So here I am ready now to start with the photos, and I usually start with when a photo needs to go at some sort of line, and here I'm using the center line there to align the photos, so it's aligned on the left side, the inside center, the center line basically. And then I need to decide where do I want to put the embellishments, in case some embellishments go under the photo. That's why I haven't really glued down all the photos yet, because I'm still looking where I'm going to fit all the elements. And I try to work with visual triangles. So you can see that here I've created a visual triangle with the 3 flowers, and here is that little circle that will go there. And so the 3 flowers create that triangle that makes it interesting for the eye to wander around the page. And so that's where my main clusters will be, my main embellishments, where I use but I have this 4th cluster there where it says naturel, which is really fitting for a French this is in France, a vineyard in France, in that same little town that I've made a lot of scrapbook pages already from, or several at least. So we were in Germany, but we were so close to the French border, we kept going back to France that summer for various activities and things like that. So that's the beauty when you live near a border to another place. So here I think I'm ready to start gluing down all the photos, and I'm ready to glue the flowers, and obviously the leaves need to go first, because they go behind, and then once all the leaves are tucked behind and adhered behind the flowers, then I can start to glue down the flowers. And so here is my journaling, and I try to keep it together until the very last, when I just get ready to glue it onto my page, so that I don't forget what it was saying, and then I have to piece it together. I save myself some time with that. So here I am just adjusting the size according to what's written, and then I found a nice little spot where that journaling can go, and then there's a few more word pieces that I want to add to this page. So then I can start with all the other the word strips, and I do share word strips as freebies on my blog, so mistyhilltops.com. You can go check it out. I share a whole lot of things: digital scrapbook kits, silhouette templates, and cut files and things like that. So if you have not checked out this blog, you should do this, mistyhilltops.com. And so here I'm okay with starting to glue down the journaling there, and then I think I have one more word bid that needs to go somewhere, and I will find a little spot. So here's this other word piece, and then there's that one line to the side, and that will go with this flower right there. And so I have a pretty page. Then there's this little geotag that can still go there into the white of the sky. And oh, I never even glued down this flower, so still need to do that. And then I'm ready to flip around the page so that I can cut it apart where it's attached in the center by just a tiny strip, but still I use the back side because I can see the cut line there where I can cut. This is my page done. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Consider subscribing, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.